I'm Adam Carolla, and nothing grips my heart with icy terror like the ever-present insistence of death that will inevitably consume us all. So when I need a pick-me-up, I get Vermont Teddy Bear on the horn and order me a brand new Vermont Teddy Bear. They come in all sorts of styles and colors, races and creeds. Yes, sir, and they're soft as hell. You know about how soft hell is, don't you? So come on down to Vermont Teddy Bear and grab yourself a few or some more today. You'll be glad you did. I'm Adam Carolla. It's time for Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book. Oh, hello. It's that time again. The time where I arbitrarily choose a time to do an inking stream. Ugh, good lord. Okay, so we did a page yesterday. I might eventually be spotting more blacks on that page I did yesterday, but today we're doing a new page. Okay. Let's see here. Focus. Focus. Focus! Pardon me. Okay. I need to pour some ink here. Slowly, but poorly. No. Okay. I got tea. Popeye's spinach. Okay. All right. Let's ink some outer space. My name's Ryan O'Connor. I'm a cartoonist. I'm inking my first graphic novel here called Bonehead. It's a 235-page book. This is page 19. So I've done about close to 30 pages, I guess. So I did a bunch of front material and the covers. Out of my 235 pages. If you want to know what the book's about, it's about this guy. That's my main character. I give kind of a synopsis on what the book's about in the last 40 videos. So feel free to see another one if you need catching up on what the comic I'm making is about. But this channel is more about
my drawing, how to draw and just be consistent, keep showing up. And how to problem solve in comics when you're just trying to figure it out. Because that's what I'm doing here. So, I was thinking about, let's see, what was I thinking about? Hear all the traffic outside. Not traffic, but just a car making a lot of noise out on the street in front of my house. What was I thinking about? The suspense is killing me. I was thinking about dead air, you see. No, Jiminy Christmas. Okay. So I was thinking about, let's see, how I keep getting down on myself for not doing it as much as I mean to be doing, which is pretty much, I would like to be doing a full page every day. And I intend to broadcast all my inking on this book. At least that's the plan so far. And that's what I've done so far. But then some days I haven't been able to ink at all. I mean, not very many, but like I think there's been 3 days or something close to 3 since I started that I wasn't able to ink. Or a lot of them recently I haven't done a full page. I've just done like a partial page. But you know, the way I look at it is, why didn't I start with this one? I think because it's flipped on there. I was kind of focusing on this head because it looks like it's left when I look up on the screen. That's fine. I'll start with this panel. The way I look at it is, you know, every bit you do is a percentage of the project. So as long as you're getting, like, I don't know if what I do today is technically considered 1% of the project, right? Probably far less. I mean, it's a 235-page book. This is 1 page. And I'm only inking it. I also have to color it, letter it, there's a bunch of other processes I have to do to the whole book, I'm sure, right? Scan it. Scan, it's a part of it. So really it comes down to a fraction of a percent. All I'm going to do today is a fraction of a percent of the work to be done on this book. But as long as I'm chipping away at that 100% every day, like that still counts. It's valid work. So there are days when, like when I was penciling the book, the whole book is penciled, by the way. So when I was penciling the book, some days I didn't have enough time to pencil a page. So I would just spend half an hour at least, because it would take me a considerable amount of time, longer than that, to pencil a page. Because there's a lot of planning that goes into the page penciling, you know. But if I couldn't pencil a page, I would spend like half an hour, and I would just do the panels. Pardon me. Break down the panels for like 4 pages at a time. Like figure out where I wanted the panels to throw down, and kind of figure out that layout aspect of the page. And yeah, I would usually do 4 pages at a time. But the way I figured it was something I could do relatively quickly and chip away at the work ahead of me to be done when I didn't have time, when I didn't have so much time to do the planned work for the day. Do you ever just randomly just throw something like that? My fingers just freaked out and flung the brush. Time is at 7:30. We're gonna do a full page today, baby. It's worked out just so that if I don't do a full page today, I've got no one to blame but myself. So, you know, and that also helps if you're like just not feeling one process of the work on a given day. Just, you know, work on a different process. What's the next thing you could be doing that isn't, say penciling or inking a page? It's like, you know, what if I run out of ink and I'm still waiting for an ink delivery? I really am. I'm getting low on my ink there. I mean, I won't run out before I get new ink, but say I did. What would I do? Well, I could work on some model sheets I've been meaning to make for this book, for some of the characters I'm less familiar with. Could do that. I could, I don't know, look into going down to a library and seeing like what I can do about scanning these. I don't know what I'm going to do to scan these pages yet, so I'm trying to look into solutions because I haven't found a good printer that I'm ready to click buy on. Or not, sorry, printer, not a scanner, that is. And for some reason, I've been having a really hard time finding an 11 by, or a scanner that'll scan 11 by 17, like a large format scanner that is like affordable. I've heard tell of some brother scanners that are surprisingly cheap, but I have not come across them. Whenever I think I do, it's just an 8.5 by 11 scanner, which does not do me any good. There are some stars. This is like the side of the windshield. Dang it. Dang it. We do 5 pointed stars here every so often because I feel like it's iconic. It kind of gets the point across. No pun intended. Oh, mama. Okay, I have a heater on me. I need to turn off. Fellas, I am tired. I've been up since 5 o'clock a.m. It is now 7:30 p.m. So yeah, so it's kind of my theory is every little bit helps. You know, just keep working on the project, and eventually, that project will be finished. Now, I still try not to, because, gee, it sounds like a plane landing or something outside my window. But yeah, so I don't want to. I still want the project done in a timely manner. Like, I don't want to drag it out for multiple years if I can help it. So every day I gotta think, like, what can I do today? Now, I did have 2 days this week where I really couldn't do anything with it. I was like away from home the whole day. That stinks. That happens too. But usually, almost always, I touch this book in some way. I took it like so. So if I were to run out of ink, let's think. Now, what's the best thing I could do? I could look ahead and tighten up trouble spots in the pencils where I'm going to be like not sure of what to do if I just go ahead and try to ink it. Oh, much like when I was penciling, I could panel pages where, because I don't ink the panels with my brush, I ink the panels with my quick multi-liners. So I could go through a bunch of pages and just panel, break, like ink a bunch of panels. And same with sound effects. I always throw in the sound effects. Where are they? In that pen too. And sometimes if there's very small details in the page, I'll knock those in with the Copic multiliner as well. Oh, mama. So that's something. That's something that takes time, and it's quick and easy. So I could really like knock out big chunks of that process in a session if I needed to, right? So there's something. But yeah, I could use that time, like I was saying, to like figure out problems that are like looming in the future of the project. Like figure out how I'm going to scan it, look into scanners, look into, practice coloring. I could do that. Kind of figure out my coloring technique. Go over dialogue in the script, because eventually I'm going to have to rewrite all the dialogue. Oof. Okay. So we've got Denton Crocs back here. So he's putting this orb that he just stole into this little machine. It's going to give him this like molecular readout of its composition or something. I don't exactly remember what he's doing here. But then down here he's like reading off like whatever he's looking for, or the lack of whatever he's looking for. I forget it. Okay. It's a panel here. Okay. So the important thing is that you kind of keep coming back to the art table and putting in time. Doesn't have to be time doing this, if the drawing is getting to you, put time in another process, an easy process. If, but try and put something into it every day. And maybe you're not even making a comic. Maybe you're, I don't know, making an album. Maybe you're making a sculpture of the Lincoln Memorial, 1/6 scale. Do what you can today, but try to make it. Try to make it put a substantial chunk into your project every day. Is my advice. And even if you have to trick yourself into doing it, do half an hour of work and you can have a candy bar. I'm a big chocolate guy. So I trick myself with candy and fast food and stuff like that. Or I've worked myself into the habit of coming to the desk and working every day over the past 3 years. So now it's just kind of ingrained in me. I will, unless I'm not near this room at all day, which rarely happens, but it happens. Unless I can't be near this room, I will come here and I will draw. And I'll either, sometimes I just have time for a sketchbook drawing, or I'll have time for a page. Sometimes I only get so much time to work on either or. And it was the case that I would at least try to squeeze in the sketchbook drawing because it was the public-facing thing. But now they both are, and I feel like this one is a little more pressing. The comic's a little more pressing. So lately my sketchbook drawings were suffering this rough week I had. But I'm back on schedule for that. I got to do one for today. I started inking something this morning, but I don't know if that's what I'm going to post. I might go with something simpler because I don't have the background figured out on that. Okay. Okay, work my point out that way. I just twirl the brush. Okay. So this spaceship, it's kind of like part VW minibus with computer mouses for wings. It's kind of roly-poly looking. I was just trying to get something kind of iconic looking when I designed it. I wanted it to look the way it's described in the the script is a dinky red ship. And I wanted it to look kind of like something a couple of poor, college student spacemen would be navigating. Not that they're college students here, but they're just these young scientists. He is in college, or in a different portion of these flashbacks of this character, but he's a little older than his college years in this scene. And spoiler alert, this guy Denton Crux in this scene, he's the villain. But that's kind of apparent in this first scene because he steals this object that's going to destroy this planet full of people. Like, he steals it, so now the planet's going to be destroyed because they don't have it anymore. So, you may know that this is my side gig. I don't make money at this, at making comics yet. Maybe someday. So I always have to squeeze it in. So that's why my schedule for streaming, it's kind of all over the place. Lately, it's all over the place in the form of late evening. It's just the way it's working out. But, you gotta work on it when you can. And the thing is, if you're gonna call yourself a comic book artist, you have to make a comic, right? If you're gonna call yourself an artist, you have to draw. If you're gonna call yourself a cartoonist, you have to make cartoons. Well, I draw every day. For the past 3 years, I draw just about every single day because I really believe that. It's like, at my age, you either want it or you don't. Now I'm creeping toward my mid-30s now. I'm gonna be 34 in a couple weeks. It's like I've watched a lot of artists kind of forsake art as something they can do in their lives. They couldn't justify it anymore. And they put it down, And I don't like that. That makes me sad. But also, it's like, I've always said that wasn't an option for me. I can't I can't be anything else. I'm not really good at anything but this. Like, not that I'm remarkable at this, but I mean, let that speak to how I handle anything else in my life. I'm a hack. I can barely string a sentence together. So it's like the thing was always like, there was always a dread in the back of my head, like when I was a high school student or a college student even, where I was like, I never finish my projects. What happens when am I going to be able to finish a project? Like why can't I follow through on anything? And I was like, I hope I don't become one of those guys that just eventually has to give up on art because he couldn't make time for it all the time. And because artists tend to be very flaky, if you haven't noticed. And that was me too. But I'm trying to shake that off and like take more responsibility for my actions in my life and be more disciplined. And not just in drawing, just in the way I carry myself and everything. It's all very important to me to display discipline, to embody discipline, to it's like it's time to grow up. And it's a shame that I didn't do that before I turned 30. But I see other people and I'm like, you know what your problem is? And you can't say this to a lot of people all the time. But it's like, you know what your problem is? You have no discipline. It's like I hear people complain and I hear people, like the way people like surround themselves in trouble and grief. And I think a lot of it is a result of just not acting in your own best interest. It's like we kind of set traps for ourselves subconsciously in life. Here, I got a message I gotta read. Sorry, my sister's asking me a question about some plans she's trying to make. Let's see that one more time. 3:30. 7, okay. Okay. But yeah. And if it's like diet, if it's like just making yourself draw for 15 minutes a day, if it's practicing your piano, if it's just not like kind of if it's just keeping your temper or something. By the way, like I try really hard to keep disciplined in all aspects of my life lately. And, to varying degrees of success, it's very hard for me. I mean, I think it's very hard for everyone. Sorry, I was talking with my sister again. Um, yeah, discipline's hard. I need to get back on a diet, like a low carb diet. I like that. I tried it for a while and I was feeling really good. It sounds weird. Like I'm dubious that it was directly related, or find, uh, I'm not sure if it was directly related. I don't know how to say that. I think I used dubious wrong. I find it dubious. Does that make sense? But I feel like when it was like after I was on a low carb diet for a week, I've had like knee pain and back pain for a long time. And I was on a low carb diet for like a week, and I noticed like I had suddenly stopped. I think it was like I realized after it was like about a week in, it was when I had stopped feeling knee and back pain. And when I realized that, it was probably like a month in or something, I was like, I haven't felt any pain in my knees or back in a while. And then I was like, well, what changed? And then I realized it seemed to be my diet. And eventually I fell off the diet, and it's returned. I think it didn't return immediately either, but it did eventually come right back. And it's not, dreadful, but it's present. My sister wants me to help her decorate for a Halloween party. And she's just trying to plan it right now. So that's exciting. I just realized I feel like I thought it was, I don't know. I thought it was closer than it was. There's plenty of time. Okay. But yeah. I really think it's something people need to work on is like discipline and like their attitudes, their diet, their behavior toward other people, like just restraint in everything. I don't know. That's what I try to live that as much as I can. And sometimes like certain things, like if you're watching your diet all the time, for me anyway, I start cracking up. So, it's like I need a chocolate bar. I mean, I'm a skinny guy for the most part. I mean, not as skinny as I used to be, but it's not so much about that as it is like just feeling good. Like I say, I get like body aches pretty constantly, and I attribute that to my diet. But I eat healthier now than before, for the most part. I still eat all kinds of junk food. I had a McDonald's breakfast this morning because I woke up at 5 a.m. and I had to move my car somewhere, like out of the driveway, so my roommate could go to work. So I went and moved my car before it was time for him to leave. And I just drove to McDonald's and got myself some breakfast. Oh man, I cooked this delicious burger today. It's like a HelloFresh thing. It was a good recipe. Everything with HelloFresh you make from scratch. They just give you all the ingredients, and it's all made from scratch. I mean, I didn't make the bun, but I like put it on a greased pan and toasted it. I put these grilled onions on it, sliced tomatoes, and it was like a sauce made out of ketchup, mustard, sour cream, and pickled onions and garlic powder. And that, yeah, it was really good. A lot of the stuff that I get from them is really good. I feel like I talk about them all the time. But it's really, it's a really cool thing to be in on, because I feel like I learned how to make all kinds of sauces and stuff. I kind of learned how to make a bunch of stuff from scratch. And then my problem with it is there aren't very many low carb things. I end up getting a lot of pasta. Though I just got some stuff today. I got like a stuffed pepper recipe and a chili recipe. Turkey chili. Wait a minute. Oh no, never mind. I was thinking I missed a birthday party for my nephew. But it's a few days away. It's like, how did I forget? And furthermore, why didn't anybody remind me? I don't know why I keep thinking the 26th was significant. Dude, I am so forgetful. There's two things that I'm thinking about right now that I don't want to forget. I gotta wait until after I'm done with this page to do them. It's 8 o'clock. Okay, there's plenty of time. If I finish this with any sensible amount of time left in the day. So there's two. I gotta do a sketchbook drawing. One other time-consuming thing that I have to do tonight after this. But if I have any kind of time, I feel like I want to find a movie to watch. Not a big movie guy, but I was talking about a lot of movies on this channel in earlier videos. And it made me think of a lot of movies that I really like. I feel like I want to see if I can find any of those. because I haven't watched any movies in a long time. So I'm a big show guy. I like burning through shows. What did I just watch? I just watched the 2 seasons of Rob Schneider's Netflix show, Real Rob. It's all right. He's so like mean-spirited in that show. He's such a jerk that I kind of don't like his character very much. But I like his assistant, his kind of like dim-witted assistant, is very sweet and lovable. I like that guy. Rob Schneider's little daughter, she's so cute. I guess there's a 3rd season coming next year. I heard him say somewhere on Twitter, I guess. Here, I'm going to move on from this panel in a minute because this is going to be time consuming. Let me do them. I'm going to go in here with the Copic multiliner. It's funny in that show, the 1st season, his daughter is a little baby. Then the 2nd season starts, and I was sure for a second they replaced his daughter with like an actress kid, but no, she just wasn't a baby anymore. She grew up like a year or so in between seasons, you know. And she's still pretty cute. But in that 1st season, like it shows her like holding up a little baby book, and she looks like she's reading it. And it was just like the cutest little shot of a little girl I ever saw. Keep going with that. I don't like to use these pens on these pages more than I have to. Sometimes I get a little carried away. But the idea is to do this book with a brush. Because I'm trying to up my art skills. I mean, you know, part of upping your art skills, I suppose, is making them look a little more like trash by trying to do something, by trying to stand on your tiptoes a little bit. Like I'm trying to build my skill as an inker by doing a whole book with a brush. But because I am not as good of a brush guy, some of my brush work looks kind of trashy. So I'll do the outline of this ship and then I'll move on. How about that? Okay. If I come on tomorrow, it should be roughly the same time as today. No, I should be able to get on sooner because I didn't start till 7, but I cooked today. I shouldn't have to cook tomorrow. So yeah, I should be able to get on a little earlier. Pardon me. I have to move my car back into the driveway before I go to bed. Oh man, I'm so tired. I'm trying. I like keeping this schedule where so last week I had this kind of upside down schedule where I had to be up every night and sleep during the day. So then I was trying to get back into a normal schedule, and now I'm kind of in this slightly abnormal schedule, but it's one that I like where I get up super early every day. The downside is that I get tired super early. And I've been falling asleep at like 8 p.m. which is kind of troublesome. That's, I guess, not terribly troublesome, but it's kind of annoying. I don't like falling asleep that early. Woof, that is the jankiest start. Oh yeah, I said I was going to do this. Sorry, I get distracted and then don't do what I say I'm going to do. Well, I was trying to make an eye appointment today for an eye exam. And it stinks when I can't make plans because of other people, It's like I had this little window where I was like, I got to make an eye appointment here. Otherwise, I can't make an eye appointment. And they're like, well, we can't. The earliest we can do an appointment is this day. It's like, I can't plan for that day because I don't know what my week beyond such and such a point is. It's really annoying because I'd like to get some glasses before my birthday, but some new glasses. But I don't think that's going to happen now. It's not my fault. Yeah, I don't like not being able to plan my week out. It really gets under my skin. But there's a lot of things in my life that kind of make it difficult sometimes. But that's okay. We can pivot. We don't complain. It goes back to discipline. We don't complain. We make the best with what we're dealt. And we move on. That's my problem. I do complain more than I think I do sometimes. And I kind of hear myself, and I don't like being a guy who complains. I hate it. I hate it when I complain. It's so stupid. Can't I just be happy for once? Ungrateful jerk. Oh, dude, I ended up doing this whole dang panel anyway. I got hypnotized. Said I was going to move on. I might as well finish it now. That seems so weird to me. My average on a panel seems to be like half an hour. Frankly, I feel like that's too long. That would make a page typically 3 hours. I guess that sounds about right. See, I don't know if I'm dreadfully slow at pages. I feel like that's about what I've seen artists do. Other artists. I just want to be comparable to the artists I know in quality would be wonderful. But at least in pace. Okay. Okay. Let's get our guy here. I need a new cup of tea. Here, let me go hit the button to heat it up. I can get myself a new cup of tea in a moment. Get rid of this old washed up tea bag. I gotta change my garbage over there in a moment. Well, not in a moment. We'll do it after the show. How about that? Okay. Trying to get a point. Some kind of loose fiber on my brush. Okay, it's looking better. Perfect. It's a beautiful point right now. Mm-hmm. Dumble. Okay. Split point. Sorry, I'm zoning out. I need that scalding hot tea to shock my brain awake. This becomes kind of hypnotic, you know? Yeah, you know. So is this fun? Is this my idea of fun? In a way, yes. Here, hold that thought. So, is this my idea of fun? Is this how I have fun? This is not exactly fun. This is my hobby. It's really becoming like a second job for me. Only this job is so far largely thankless, 100% unpaid. So it's kind of like slave labor over here. But I'm also the slave owner, you know what I mean? I'm the one cracking the whip on me to work for free. I mean, it gets to be a lot of hours for I can't turn in an incomplete project and go, who wants to buy this, to a bunch of strangers. It's like they need something tangible if you want to sell something. So I have been thinking I'll probably do some black and white issues of this as I go, and then by the end compile a proper book in color and edited. I'll probably sell them on like an Etsy or something. I didn't draw his helmet in this picture. These readings show that you're a complete jerk. says he. He's definitely saying these readings show, right? I don't know what he's saying. Somewhere around here, there's a script that I'm not looking at. And I'm sleepy. It's 8:30. It's my bedtime. Where's that little water thing I used yesterday? There it is. It's time. About an hour and a half, 2 hours. My brush, I've found, starts to stiffen up. So I have to kind of rinse it out in some water. I have this little rubber or plastic jug. It's kind of squeezable. This little plastic jug I have filled with water. I gotta squeeze out all the water out of the brush, so it doesn't make. So when I put ink on it, it doesn't make it all like watery and gray, like I'm painting with watercolors on here. That would be a different effect than what I'm going for. Okay, that'll help. I think I've tightened it up, and then I turn it in 3 dimensions and see it's not tightened at all. It's just flattened on the other side. Dang. Okay, so what I do when it doesn't work for the 1000th time in a row, I just manually make a point with my fingertips. I think what he says here, he's like, these readings are more fantastic than I expected. And he's just worried about he's like looking at the planet in the rear view mirror, or in this, mirror. He's like, oh, those poor people. What have we done? He's like, if you want to bake a cake, you must crack some eggs. And he's just feeling guilty. Because they kind of just doomed everybody on this planet. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday. Later that day. When your brush won't stop splitting, it's time to start giving up. No, that's a lie. That's the devil's. That's devil talk. Yeah. I think part of my problem might be the ink in this thing that I'm putting on my brush is also getting muddy and dry, or gummy and dry. Maybe. It doesn't feel like it, but it probably would be. It's probably part of my problem. And you'll notice I probably do this a lot where I'm drawing and I go, oh man, I'm so tired. It's like, because I don't let wanting to take a nap stop me from drawing a lot of the time. I mean, I actually have more so this past week than in a long time. But normally I do not let myself take very many naps because I can't predict like how long that nap will be. And I'm notorious for, like, if I don't have somewhere to be, if I don't have someone cracking a whip on me, I tend to just hit the snooze button, and that's not good. Dang it. I just knocked my bristles apart with my finger holding the brush. Oh. Yeah, but seriously, if it was up to me, I would just be in bed all day. Scrolling through social media, which I do plenty of. And I don't even like social media. It's just, I fall into holes where it's like, oh, what did this guy do today? Oh, and what did that do? Wait, what are they saying about this? Why is everyone talking about this? Oh, you know what I mean. What's that? You don't know what I mean? And you've lived in a cave for the past 20 years? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, there's that panel. Man, I'm draining my braining, if you know what I mean. Oh, just like Matt Groening. Um, okay, what can I do? 3 more panels to do, and I'm ready to drop dead. It's been almost 2 hours. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to do the sky, these 2 skies with this. I'm probably going to use my Pentel brush pen, of which I am. I had ordered some ink for this, and then I got an email this morning at like 4 in the morning, probably 5 in the morning, saying it couldn't be shipped and I was getting a refund. So I ordered from a different person on Amazon. That one says it's gonna be here in the next couple days. So we'll see. Okay. So I'm going to pull this up a little bit. Okay. So, what can I talk about? Okay. As a kid, I was really into Goosebumps books. My favorite was Stay Out of the Basement. That was the first one I bought. And for a while, as a result, I wanted to be a botanist. Because of that book. But then I realized it was more up my alley to want to be a horror writer. It was kind of what I was actually reacting to. What else? I liked The Abominable Snowman of Pasadena. Oh, one of my favorites was It Came From Beneath the Sink. I liked Attack of the Jack-O-Lanterns. I think I liked Calling All Creeps. I can't remember. I feel like I generally wasn't too wild about the ones that he would do, like a bunch of sequels of, like Monster Blood and Night of the Living Dummy. Even The Haunted Mask just had 2. But I wasn't so wild about them. I read a lot of the Goosebumps 2000 ones. Those ones were good. Tangent. Let's see if I can fix that. Okay. He's got this box on his chest. Looks like some kind of TV screen or something. Or a touch light. I think that's kind of what I think when I draw it. It kind of reminds me of a touch light. One of those ones that you just like, and it clicks on. Mm-hmm. I'm sleepy, all right. Not looking up yet, but I hope I beat the 2-hour mark. Can I finish this panel? Ooh, I might. What is the time that it is? It's 9, just after 9 o'clock. Okay. If I go to sleep, if I fall asleep at the desk, the penalty is death. There can be. Oh man. I just realized I was reacting to something I said in my head. Or something I was thinking in my head, and I don't quite know what it was. I'm getting all sleepy. Okay. I'm thinking the movie isn't going to happen tonight, but I will do the other things, and they'll kind of wake me up. So maybe, we'll see. It's just getting through this page is going to wipe me out. I'm going to be like more and more wiped out as I continue this page. So if I did a bunch of clickbaity titles for these videos, that might be interesting. I'd be like, Taylor Swift does not approve of this video because I used her name as a clickbait. As clickbait. Or I'll be like, it's big. Be like, The secret to Joe Biden's health. Mm-hmm. Tea. Okay, my goal is to finish this page finish inking in half an hour, so the 2 hour, 30-minute mark. I don't know if I can pull it off. I did the last panel in about 15 minutes. Here, I'm gonna undermine that thing I just said. I'm pretty sure. Woof. Okay. So let's see. Dang it. Okay. Okay. I'm getting a little too quiet, I feel like. Um I finish this in half an hour, it'll be 9:45. Then the other thing is going to take me about another half an hour. Let's see. Can't forget I gotta do a sketchbook drawing. So 10:45-ish. I can maybe squeeze a movie in and draw my watch. But what would I watch? I feel like I want to see Jawbreaker or Sugar and Spice. One of those movies I talked about not that long ago. Or Screwed would be a wonderful one to watch, since I've been missing Mr. McDonald so much. I can't keep a point to save my dang life. Try washing it again. You know what? I might render this background. At least a good chunk of it I might do with the Copic multi-liner. Ooh, terrible tangent. Okay, I'll fix that. The young gun, the Long Island Lolita, the young gun, the Long Island Lolita, the young gun, the Long Island Lolita, the young gun. The young gun, the Long Island Lolita, the young gun, the Long Island Lolita, the young gun, the Long Island Lolita, the young gun. The young gun, the Long Island Lolita, the young gun, the Long Island Lolita, the young gun, the Long Island Lolita, the young gun. Amy Fisher, Long Island teen, shot the wife of her alleged former lover. Long Island teen shot the wife of her alleged former lover. Long Island teen shot the wife of her alleged former lover. Amy Fisher, Amy Fisher, Amy Fisher, Amy Fisher. She's a liar. Everything she says is a lie. I'm living on baby food. I'm living on baby food. That is an obscure soul coughing song that I'm reciting called I'm Living on Baby Food, about a woman named Amy Fisher. Who was a Long Island teen who shot the wife of her alleged former lover. Or so the story goes. What's up, Jack? I'm hunting rabbits. Rabbits, eh? Almighty hunter of great fighting stock, might I inquire to ask, what's up, Doc? I'm gonna kill the rabbit, kill the rabbit, kill the rabbit. Kill the rabbit? Yes, with my spirit magic helmet. Spirit magic helmet? Spirit magic helmet? Magic helmet? Magic helmet? Magic helmet. Yes, magic helmet. And I'll give you a sample. North winds blow, south winds blow, hurricane, typhoon, smog! Yipe. Oh, I missed a part where he goes. Let's see, what is it? He goes, Almighty hunter of great fighting stock, might I inquire to ask, what's up, Doc? I'm gonna kill the rabbit, kill the rabbit, kill the rabbit. Kill the rabbit? Almighty hunter, 'twill be quite a task. How will you do it? Might I inquire to ask? I don't think he says, might I inquire both times, actually. What did you expect in an opera? A happy ending? When I get sleepy in the car, I just do lines from What's Opera Doc. And it keeps me alert. That's what I'm doing now. Let's see. Oh, Brunhilde, you're so lovely. Yes, I know it. I I can't help it. Return my love, a longing burning inside me. Return my love, I want you always beside me. And that's kind of all I know off the top of my head. Okay, that one was Gizmo from Gremlins. Not the same thing. Does he know Gizmo is not Bugs Bunny? Now I've turned into Jim Gaffigan. Does he know that? Like I'm being the audience. Kind of being puzzled at myself. Why does he keep doing that? What's going on here? Oof. I've watched a bunch of Jim Gaffigan's comedy specials, and they're all right. I'm not as into his comedy, his stand-up, as I am. I liked the TV show that he had. They only did 2 seasons, but I thought it was really good. I was really a big fan of that show. The Jim Gaffigan show. That was good. And that was kind of co-run by him and his wife. And I thought it was really good. He's actually from where I am. He's from Elgin, which is Elgin, Illinois, where I don't live directly in Elgin right now anymore, but I lived there for a long dang time. My parents lived there. I spend most of my time in Elgin to this day. So that's where he's from. Okay. Is there anything else? Oops. Okay, I got 3 minutes to throw in all the blacks and beat my time that I wanted to do. Which is to say I'm going to come close, but not exactly hit the time. I mean, I'm probably going to go over it by like 10, 15 minutes. Retain my love. Return my love. A longing burning inside me. Return my love. I want you always beside me. Return. I don't know what the next line is. I want you always beside me. I think it's probably something more like that when he says it. Yeah, if I run out of this, I'm screwed. Because I don't think this is coming for a few days. It's my last one, my last refill that I'm on. I mean, I can take the brush to the rest of it. Yeah, I can feel this getting light on ink. See. So what else? What else is there in life, guys? Folks? Invisible fake people that I'm talking to? What else is going on? Inner child of Ryan? Ooh. Cute. There's that brush. Well, these are two different blacks because there's two different inks. But it'll, when I scan it and threshold it, it'll all be one solid, same black. That's all that really matters. What else? What is there to say? My brain's powering down because I'm not being stimulated. I need guests. I need a chat going in the comments, people in here engaging with me, I think. So yeah, my birthday's coming up. My mom wants to do like a bonfire in the backyard, her backyard in Elgin, where famous Jim Gaffigan is from. She wants to do a bonfire in the backyard, and I guess they got a new projector screen where they can project movies on the back side of the house, I guess. I haven't seen this in action yet. And, well, I saw them using it inside the house once recently. But they want to she's talking about projecting Ichabod and Mr. Toad on the house. And she likes that. She doesn't like a lot of stuff, like as far as TV and movies, but she likes that movie because she associates it with, like, when I was born. I'm her oldest kid, and it was on in the hospital when I was born, or when, I don't know, but also it's really good. Headless horseman rides tonight, so head for the bridge with all your might. I'm not gonna do a good Bing Crosby impersonation right now. The headless horseman, he's ahead. Beware, beware. Is that Bing and the Andrews sisters? Yes, it is. Almost certainly it's the Andrews sisters. New schoolmaster, what's his name? Ichabod. Ichabod Crane. Who's that coming down the street? Are they shovels or are they feet? New schoolmaster, what's his name? Ichabod. Ichabod Crane. Ichabod, what a name. Kinda odd, but nice just the same. Funny man, funny frame. Ichabod, Ichabod Crane. Ichabod, Ichabod Crane. Okay. I'll tighten that up with pen. I think other artists wouldn't be so meticulous about retaining all these pre-planned stars, and they would just dot them in with white, which I will also do, but kind of, I don't know why. I want to keep the arrangement somewhat that I put down. do this one more time. Oh man, this brush is fried. That Bonds a gold mine. Oh. And once you have met that little coquette Katrina. And I don't know how that song goes. Mm-hmm. 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 That Bonds a gold mine. Ichabod. Ichabod Crane. Well, it won't leave my head now. Okay. And this is my Jelly Roll pen, Sakura Jelly Roll. This is a size 8, which I think is the only size I have. I should look into tighter ones. What's with the planes? They sound like super, like they're from hell. I don't know if you can hear them on the mic. That's 2 I've noticed now that just sound like they're about to land on my house. Okay. Here, let me do one more thing. I'm going to make the ground kind of match here. All right, we're going to wrap it up. So that's it. That's it tonight. You have a problem, Ryan. Seek help. Okay, so we got a page here. All right. So I'll be back tomorrow, maybe a little earlier. Doing the same thing. Page 20. Okay. So I'm gonna move on to the next thing. Hopefully I'm a little more energized for that. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. I'm doing this every day. All right. I'm gonna get our little title card front and center here for the next show. There we go. That's what we do. Okay. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be good to your mothers. Never shirk an honest day's work. And quit gambling.